All right. Can you guys hear me? My name is Shar Shafari,
I'm Frank Gallivan.
our fearless leader. We are part of a 6-team group called HeadWaze. We are here to introduce to you a concept that we came up with that basically makes bus service reliable for everyone. Reliable, convenient, comfortable, and we call ourselves HeadWaze. Show of hands, has this ever happened to you? You're standing at the bus stop, if you're anything like me, you're already running late to work. Bus isn't coming. Oh, there we go. Buses aren't coming, you're waiting forever. More people are showing up to the bus stop, but there's no buses. All of a sudden they show up and there's like 4 of them in a row. Has this ever happened to you? Anyone? Anyone? How annoying is that, right? So this makes it really difficult for everyone. One, because bus service is not reliable. You can't trust it. You don't know when it's going to show up. 2, you have to wait in line forever. And 3, when you get onto the bus, you can't even move around. It's so frustrating. So why does this happen? Basically, there's traffic, buses break down, passengers trying to get on and off the bus, and it takes a while. And unfortunately, because of those reasons, some of the systems that they have in place already currently don't have the bandwidth to deal with those kinds of issues, the traffic or the cars breaking down or the buses breaking down. So as a result, it causes delays. But the most important thing is the bus drivers don't really know what's happening around them. They don't know what's happening outside, like a mile away from them. They don't have any communication with other buses or the drivers. So it makes it really difficult for them to understand what's happening. And that is called bunching. So our concept is supposed to solve that problem.
So that's where HeadWaze comes in. HeadWaze puts the power to improve reliability literally in the hands of bus drivers. It's a device that sits on the steering wheel that advises the driver about how to pace the journey in order to prevent or, if bunching is already happening, reduce the amount of bunching. So there's 2 ways that HeadWaze does that. While the bus is in motion, HeadWaze will recommend to the driver the optimal speed of travel. And while the bus is stopped to load and unload passengers, HeadWaze will advise the driver on how long to hold at that stop before departing. So how does HeadWaze actually do that? It uses data that's already available on the real-time location of buses in the system, applies an algorithm in a back-end system to then calculate the preferred action of each bus based on their current position, and then the front-end system provides that information to the driver.
So we actually have a demo to show you. Let's hope it works. There it is. There's supposed to be sound. Okay, so the bus shows up to the first stop. This is supposed to be on the video. Gets stuck in traffic. It's already late. Oh, what's happening? Okay, and then the second bus leaves, and because the first bus is already behind, it causes bunching. That's what it's called, bus bunching. So the front bus is already 3 minutes late, so HeadWaze is supposed to give it a signal to the bus behind it to kind of keep its distance and back off a little bit. So now that causes a little bit of headway between the buses, so they stay on track. So if they're supposed to be 5 minutes apart or 10 minutes apart, that actually gets accomplished.
Props to Shar for that impromptu narration. It was actually her voice on the video on YouTube, so you got pretty much the real experience. Okay, so HeadWaze benefits basically every stakeholder that's involved in the transit system. So for riders, it improves reliability and reduces the amount of crowding that happens on certain buses. For drivers, they would have to deal with fewer angry passengers. Also, if a bus system commits to using HeadWaze, that means that they are no longer pressuring drivers to keep to what are sometimes really unrealistic schedules that they can't keep to because of traffic conditions. That's a big sticking point for drivers. And then for transit agencies, it helps them deliver their mission better, improve reliability, and make better use of the staff resources that they already have because they're using this automated technology. So, at the moment, HeadWaze is a concept. We developed HeadWaze originally to submit to a grant competition, and we were hoping to partner with Muni to do that. Unfortunately, Muni wasn't able to partner with us, and we just found out this week we did not receive the grant funding. Very sad. But we still think it's an awesome idea, and we still want to pursue it. So our goals are to find another transit agency that will partner with us to get other sources of funding for developing and piloting the front end and the back end, and then also get other people involved. We're open to other collaboration opportunities. Thank you.
I'm going to help you guys take questions. We're prototyping different ways to take questions. Yeah, in the back, the lady with her hand up-ish. So the question is, if you're pushing buses back through HeadWaze, is that going to create a backlog of buses, and how would you deal with that?
Great question. So the holds that we're talking about at the stops would probably be pretty small, on the order of like 15 seconds, 30 seconds. We know that passengers would get annoyed if you're holding at a bus stop for 2-3 minutes. So the algorithm would be optimized to not do that sort of thing. And I should say that there has been a trial of this technology. And there's a study out there in the research that shows that it measurably improves reliability, but how you communicate to the passengers about how you're doing that would be a very important part of getting buy-in from the passengers.
Other question? Yep. The question is about talking to bus drivers about this idea.
Yes, we actually did a lot of research, and at first they were kind of hesitant. They couldn't really understand how it would work, considering they're not allowed to have anything on the dash. But once we kind of explained to them what the purpose of it was, a lot of them were really excited because, like I said, they don't really have any communication with other drivers. They don't know what's going on. So this gives them, one, that control over, okay, now I know what's happening with the bus in front of me, whether I need to pull over, if I need to speed up, then I have that control. And two, they're actually not incentivized on how on time they are. A lot of the promotions or the bonuses that they get is based on seniority. So a lot of the younger ones are really working hard, and some of the bus drivers that have been there for a long time, they kind of slack a little bit. So to the younger folks, they were very excited about that portion of it. It's like, now my performance actually matters. I can show something for it. And for the older crowd, they were more concerned about, oh, great, now I can actually understand what's happening with the other drivers on the road.
All right. Well, that's it for our questions. You guys can always chat with them later, and then you can also write on Post-its. Thank you, guys.